galaxy. Amy says she can't hear you. It's true, we can hear Aaron, but he said something about not appreciating his fans.
Yeah, Dreamy specifically. He was very rude.
The levels of disrespect. The levels. Gonna buy you a new mug. Listen, it's not it's not the mug. I wasn't muted. If I was muted, nobody could hear me. It was just you that could hear me, which is also important. I updated voice mod and it messed up OBS, and it's fine. It's fine. We're all here now. That's all that matters. Fun. As Pip derived her stage name from the hobbits of Lord of the Rings.
Wait, what?
Beautiful, all of them. Yes, beautiful. Hello, welcome to tonight's episode of Tales of the Hidden Path. I just popped my jaw. This is gonna be a great time, as clearly I am not falling apart already. Okay, hi. This over here is not Skylar, just so that everybody's clear.
I brought it back.
Just so that everyone's clear, it's not Skylar.
Hate you guys.
Nobody call him Skylar for the rest of the night, please, because that's not his name. I know that. I'm glad all of you now know that as well. So go ahead and introduce yourself. Introduce yourself.
I mean, I guess it's not so bad. You can't say any word, so it's not so bad. You can't pronounce cycler, but
what is the human language? What is English? Go for it. Knock yourself out.
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm DM Shanks from Top Down Tabletop. I'm playing Cycler Dane, the human scout, and yeah, I don't know. Check us out over on Top Down Tabletop on Mondays, where we do Echoes of Convergence. I guess I can't speak either. And every second Saturday we got Tides of Zamali, and starting in like 2 weeks, we're doing a Tuesday game as well called Embers and Arcanum, DM'd by the beautiful Vic Straws. So
I felt like that was a rather, biased opinion. Beautiful DM. I don't know. It's not.
Aaron doesn't think Vic Straws is beautiful. Does anyone want to tell him otherwise?
Rise to her defense, chat.
You're about to get the whole internet mad at you.
If you've seen one Eldritch Bean, you've seen them all. It's fine. Just kidding. Okay, next, quickly change the subject. Akura.
Hi, I'm Pip/Rachel. I stream over at Marquee Gaming. We have a lot going on this weekend, actually. So tomorrow we have a charity fundraiser stream at 11 CST, 11 a.m. CST. We're gonna do like an undead, scary one-shot, and we're raising money for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, along with a bunch of other like D&D streamers. Everyone's just kind of going back to back. It's gonna be really fun though. So if you donate money, you can influence the game. If you can't donate, that's totally okay too. You can just come hang out. It's just 11 CST. Would love to see you there. And then we have Mystical Mishaps, our Sunday game. 7 CST. Magic is broken. We usually blow things up. We had fireballs happening like 3 or 4 times in the last 2 weeks whenever we cast a spell. It's great. We love it.
We love it, she says as she's on fire.
Just sweating. It's great. And in this game, I play Akura. Best way to describe her is a homeschool Jedi. And
Yep. Yep.
That's basically all you need to know about her.
It's amazing is what it is. All right, nice. Lore.
Hey, I play Lore. I'm Sherry or Sherry Bombette from Top Down Tabletop. I play on the Monday game only right now. Good way to explain Lore. She's a sentinel, which is sort of like, a little dark, a little light, mix it together, and she's chaos. So, yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's good. Good. All right. And finally, Akin.
Yeah, that's me. I'm Martel. I play Akin. I also play Artem in the vampire game. That is on Wednesday. This is on Friday. I also play Amadeo in the Tuesday game, except I'm gone. Or am I?
Oh my gosh. Yes, I need the not the eulogy, although maybe the eulogy. What's the epilogue? I need the epilogue written by Amadeo. That's a great way to seal Bo.
If it's written by Amadeo, it might not be what actually happened.
It's fine. It's a Greek myth. Who cares? No, none of it's what actually happened. All right. I think that about covers it for announcements. I am Aaron, the Dungeon Master here on Knights of Silvermoon. One of the Dungeon Masters here on Knights of Silvermoon. Yeah, we're about to finish up our Tuesday game. Looking forward to the future content that we'll have on Tuesdays. We'll be doing some really random stuff, so stay tuned for more of those announcements as they happen, because who knows what's going to happen. Then Wednesday, we have Vampire the Masquerade with Savannah Knights, DM'd by our own CS Graham. Lovely chap. And then Thursday's Age of Innovation. Historical fiction in 1805. There seems to be some werewolves now and some kidnappings. So, normal things for the 1805s amongst everything else that was happening. All right, I think that about covers it for everything that we got to say. I think you guys will do great, I'm sure. Don't stress. Nothing terrible could possibly happen to you while you're traveling faster than the speed of light. And with that, no sweat, let's start our intro. Here we go. All right. Okay. Whew, we are here. All right. I know this music is not quite where we left off last in all of the in and amongst all of the angst. It's fine. How about this one? This is good. Okay. Last we had left off, you guys had just left from, or had just gotten on your ship to leave from the planet Endelum, where you had come seeking information as to why one of the last known communications from Alkura's father's communicator, that was a really long sentence, had brought you to this planet, to where you had found a agent of Crymora, someone who had apparently had been initially contacted to find some refuge, only to have been captured and turned over to pay his penance, quote unquote, for betraying the Crymora Syndicate. After a rather surprisingly forceful intimidation from Alkura, had gotten some more information that Asidus Morrison is en route to Nar Shadda to be traded or turned in to the Empire that he had been so desperately trying to get away from. Also of note, Akin's clan seems to be around, but maybe not in their original form, as it seems that a couple of their members have been cloned. The haunting visage of a younger wife and a now older daughter being some of the last things that Akin had seen before you guys had left. And now you guys are on the ship. So, as you are flying out, I love the. Can I just need Vix? Can we just write a whole bunch of these? These are great. These are just great. That is amazing. Let's see. Where is my? There we go. You find yourself in the cockpit of not Skylar's ship. As you are traveling or traveling in hyperspace. I love you so much. You just know that there was no other reason for me to torment you like this. It's the only way. Okay. Using the more common hyperspace routes, getting to Nar Shadda would be a trek. If you were to look at the galactic map, as it is usually represented on a two-dimensional picture, you are basically on the southern part of the galaxy, and you have to, well, because this is the only way I can describe it, okay? on the bottom part of the pictures of the galaxy, you have to travel from the bottom basically all the way up to what would be the east side of the galaxy, from south to east. It'd be quite a journey. We're gonna cut that journey down from the normal standard. I think it was somewhere around 4 to 5 days that it would take you to get there. We're gonna use some smugglers routes to get you there in a little under 2 days of travel. They do have about a day's head start on you, but if they are traveling using normal routes, as most people would, perhaps you may actually get to Nar Shadda before them, provided nothing goes wrong terribly. But in the meantime, you have some travel. So as Sai finishes locking in the coordinates and puts it on autopilot, because we definitely trust AI in this universe, what could possibly go wrong for putting your ship in charge, or putting a droid in charge of your ship? What would you like to do while you have some time to spare?
Is it just kind of like over the 2 days? Like, what would we be doing?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
I mean, I would imagine you probably have to stop at least once, probably just to get some more supplies and whatnot, if anything that you don't have. So we'll have a stop along the way to get before you get there. But in the meantime, having just now entered hyperspace, you're looking at this like length of time. What are you guys doing?
So has anyone been to Nar Shadda? Because I haven't.
I stopped in once a long time ago. Problem is, a place like that, there's a lot of hands in each and every pie. You know, it's hard to get by unless you're deeply connected.
Sounds unpleasant.
Yeah.
Connected to.
Well, Crymora would be one,
Okay.
and any of the others you can name off the top of your head.
The huts.
There you go.
Yay! Top marks.
Alcura's learning to be a lowlife.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have like a contact for like a hut representative on my dad's like communicator. So I don't know if we can do something with that. I don't know if they were friends or I don't know.
Well, given the way his last contact worked out, might be
Yeah.
better just to sit on that one for now.
Okay, that makes sense. I didn't know if like if I called and then if he sounded mean if I like hung up, like would that? I don't know.
I love the idea of Star Wars prank calls. and that's how we get them started. Your mom's a bantha, and then hang up.
Is there
your moisture
caller
evaporator
ID in
running?
this universe?
Oh my god.
Excuse me, sir. I lost my wombat.
So to that effect, Akin, what are you doing once you get back on the ship?
Yeah, probably as soon as the coordinates get locked in, he kind of looks around and says, "I'm gonna go lie down." And he goes and finds his quarters. Probably doing a lot of thinking about, his clan, his family, and making sure his weapons are ready to go because he knows some shit's about to go down.
Mm-hmm.
And probably staying there for like a day, just like moping.
That is fair.
Valid.
All right.
Well, I'm not surprised it's hitting him hard. How are you holding up, Alcura?
I have a lot of emotions. I feel like it's hard to think about anything until like we get there. But I just like, if we have the Empire wanting to get my mom, and then we have the Crymora wanting my dad, is there gonna be like too many people? And does that mean that if you go in and help, it doesn't mean that you're like exposed because I think you're dead now. So like,
Well, I mean, Crymora is a big organization, so there's a good chance that whoever's at this meeting is nobody I've ever dealt with. But there's also
the
a
head
good
guy's
chance
supposed
that
to be there. That I don't remember his name.
I was never high enough up to meet someone like that.
Oh, okay.
I was more of like a third-party contractor.
Would they like know they want to kill you though?
If they knew who I was.
Oh,
But yeah, I don't think he does. Maybe.
Okay.
But but we got to get your parents back, so it's worth the risk.
yeah. Yeah, it helps that we know where they are. Like, I think it was worse when I didn't. Like, you know what I mean? So I feel like I can do this, I think.
I can understand that. I've also taken some solace in not knowing, my whole planet is under the thumb of the Empire, and I don't know. As long as I don't know what's going on there, there's still hope that it can be saved. But
Did you look up even a little bit about it?
no. I'm too afraid of finding out that everyone's dead or that it's been turned into a wasteland or worse, you know?
Yeah. So when will you feel like strong enough to handle like going after everything?
I guess if I ever felt that I had what I needed to take it back.
A whole planet?
I know it sounds crazy.
Like an upgraded ship or something?
Well, I'd need a hell of a ship, but I'd also need other pilots. I'd need a ground force. I'd need a lot of things, and I'm no general, but you know, I don't know. I don't have a lot of love for the Galactic Rebellion either, but
Oh, what? Really?
well, when the cards were down, they didn't show up. Carrigan wasn't tactically important enough for them.
So you wait, so I don't know like war stuff very much. So you're saying so you're saying that like they were gonna come help you and then they were like,
We
just
called for
kidding,
help.
we're not?
Well, but they didn't say yes, we're coming, and then no, we're not. We called for help and told them how dire the situation was, that our pilots were holding them as best we could. We even took down a fucking Star Destroyer, but
Whoa.
yeah,
Oh,
it
you
wasn't
did?
enough. Me and my squad, yeah.
Whoa, that's
I
awesome.
wasn't the final blow, but it's part of the team.
That's so
And then,
cool.
I mean, it was great. I never felt more alive, more hopeful, more like we could stop this whole thing from happening. And then seconds later, one after another Star Destroyer entered our space. A dozen of them at least. They just have numbers that we couldn't possibly compete with. And so we ran.
Like your squad?
Yeah.
Where are they?
I've only seen one of them since. Our captain told us to leave, and she would buy us time, and the idea was that we would come back and make it right when we have the opportunity. But yeah. But Tor's the only one I've seen since, and he was sort of like a big brother to me, like a mentor.
So that's why you don't really trust like all the people we met with the hidden path too, because don't they like they're kind of with the rebellion sometimes or something?
Yeah, the big, well, I mean, there's more to it than that. But these big groups that form together and take power and have all these ideals, and then when, people really need help, they're just not there, or they're too busy, or they fall apart, or they create the very monsters that they're supposed to be fighting. I'm just so sick of it all, I wish we could just go back to being a planet living independently, not be a part of all this.
I think that's why my mom left the order too, was there was just a lot of things that didn't check out anymore. And like things they said they stood for, but then they actually didn't.
Yeah.
Compromises made.
Signing up with a group like that, you're just bound to be disappointed sooner or later. And so I've avoided it, but the reality is I'm going to need help sooner or later, and I just don't know where to go looking for it anymore.
That's true. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe this is like a stupid thing to say, but maybe because we're kind of like on Like, the Empire's like it's like really like powerful, and we're like the little guys, but maybe that's like that makes us all a little more trustworthy, because like we need each other way more than if like we were like the powerful ones. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I trust all of you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't ask you to throw your lives away against innumerable forces that the Empire can throw at us. We would need something more.
Yeah, true. Well, if we help save my mom and dad, I bet they'd help you too. And you could trust them for sure.
Well, I mean, given that they raised someone who wholeheartedly, I think, is probably my closest friend. I don't doubt that I can trust your parents.
Oh my gosh. I just like scoot closer to him.
Really? We're friends.
If I make you a friendship bracelet, will you wear it?
Oh, you are in trouble now. If you say no, you are doomed. If you say yes, you are doomed. Just know you are doomed.
I don't think I've ever. What is a friendship bracelet exactly?
What is a friendship bracelet? What do you mean? What is a friendship bracelet?
It goes across the ship. Across cyberspace. What do you mean?
Like when you're like in school or whatever, and you have like all your little friends, and you like put little beads like on like a on a string, then you like do like you tie it and you put it around your wrist, or like you can do a little ring too. Maybe I could pick what your favorite colors are.
Sure, but I mean, that's not an experience I ever had at school. I went to a military academy.
Oh, you don't do that in a military academy, even like for fun?
No.
Oh.
It was pretty strict.
Oof.
Standard issue uniforms, no accents, no, yeah. I had a strict schedule every single day. And mine was even worse because they kind of moved me up quickly.
Why? The less fun times? The more you move up?
Well, I was on an accelerated education plan,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So you always tell me all the shady things in the world, and I can tell you all the fun things in the world.
Okay.
And I'll make you friendship bracelet.
Starting with a friendship bracelet.
Yeah. Perfect. Actually, I'm gonna go work on that right now because I really need to do something with my hands anyway, and like I have a bunch of like embroidery thread in my. I'm gonna go get it.
Sounds like a good distraction.
Yes. Okay. I like run off.
So I looks a little confused, but then he just sets himself to like tidying up the ship and getting rid of all the trash and everything. Still fixing it up.
Makes sense. All right.
Laura would just be like in a different area meditating and training while all this is going on, and she'll just like hear like the friendship bracelet thing and be like, what?
She is in the process of doing a one-handed headstand, and just like 1, 2, 1, 2.
Laura probably also didn't have friendship bracelets when she was a kid. This is tragic.
Yeah, she's like, what is a friend? Everybody's like, what is a friendship bracelet? The one thing I can hear is from the other side of the room, and he's like, that sounds awful. Does it hurt? That is incredible. I hope you got a lot of beads. I mean, you do have a stop along the way, so you can pick up some more beads.
Oh my gosh, yes. I'm gonna.
Yes.
Is there also a slurps to go at this stop?
if you want to look for one, I'm sure there's got to be something like that. You never know.
You'd say I picked up some slurps to go.
Yeah.
Bit of eating my feelings for right now.
You're slurping your feelings.
Oh no, not slurping. It's, sometimes you do what you gotta do. You get yourself a nice cozy hollow flick, some chocolate slurp, and you exist for a while as you stare out into the void of hyperspace. That sounds beautiful. All right. Let's see here. We're gonna say.
Does Atkins stay in his room, by the way, the whole time? Like the whole 2 days?
Just the first day. He'll go out the second day and start actually talking to people.
It takes some time. We'll say that he probably comes. I would assume you'd come out whenever you do make landing at the one way outpost, a little asteroid base that you guys stop at to kind of get some more fuel and some supplies, whatever you might need. Anything in particular you're wanting to do when you stop at this waypoint, if you would like? Anything you're wanting to pick up before you continue on your way?
I don't think I have enough credits for anything that Sai would find valuable at the moment. So, the only thing I'm concerned about is improving the ship, and I've only got 400 credits. So,
yeah, what are your finances like right now? So, Sai, you have 400 credits. Cool.
475, but
I have nothing written down.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think we've ever really dealt with too much money wise.
We'll have to steal from the Cremora Syndicate while we're there.
Yeah.
Do a big heist.
Just like on the side after, like waste some time.
Once we shoot them all, it'll be pretty easy.
That's very true.
I guess there is that. Okay.
We'll still do it like a heist scene anyway, though. Acting like we know what we're doing.
Yes.
Play that music.
First, we gotta get the key card off this dead body.
That's beautiful. We'll say. You could probably, if you wanted, try and see if there is any shipments that you want to deliver. If you want to make some money on your way to Nar Shadda.
We could do that. We've got plenty of cargo space.
It's up to you. You want to take a look at the job postings?
Yeah, well, when we're coming in, I'll take a look and see if there's anything on the, what do you call it? Is it the hypernet or something?
Yeah. What are you talking about, Cora? Nothing happened. Nothing happened. She saw my face.
Yeah.
This is why I need to be a VTuber. That way nobody can read my expressions.
You're literally like going like this. I'm not really sure.
He's like twisting his mustache.
Everybody does that. What are you talking about?
The only people that do that have tied people to train tracks.
Well, you're in space, so you don't have to worry about train tracks here.
There was that hyper train in Solo.
Well, there's no train tracks here, particularly.
And there's that weird train level in Shadows of the Empire.
Okay, there's trains in Star Wars. We'll say there's a couple of options that you have. There is some power converters that need to be transported. The gig, no, to Nar Shadda, but we'll say that one will give you about 200 credits for the job. It's not a very like there's not a lot of danger involved in it. So, power converters aren't going to be. There is one that will give you 1,000 credits, but you can't ask any questions.
I don't think so.
I'm just saying.
That's going to be people.
No. This one is actually too small.
Oh, okay. Then we'll take it.
Nice.
That's totally upsize alley. Yeah.
Too small. Because you think that you look at the cargo like the specifications must have oxygen. So no cold. In other words, like you're not going to put it on the outside of the ship, right? Or in a vacuum of, this must have oxygen, which you're like, people. And then you look at the size, the dimensions of the crate, and it's probably, we'll say it's like, oh my gosh, like a meter long. I'm trying to think in Canadian terms so that I can talk to so you understand.
I understand feet as well.
Okay. So, it's about 4 feet long ish, and it's probably about like 2 feet tall. It's like about a chest size, but it's very specific. Quickest route possible. And
also going to Nar Shadda.
No questions asked.
Who do we give it to?
There is a contact.
Contact.
That would make it tough.
Contact on contract is what it says. So that is up to you.
Can we take both? Because I could probably fit the no questions asked one in like my smuggler's like hideaway, and then fill up the cargo hold with the power converters.
Yes. I will say that you do remember that in your smuggler's compartment there was a dead man who was found in there who had suffocated to death. So there's air in there. But for how long, you're not sure. And you still have a day's worth of travel.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can kind of make sure that the air is getting cycled through there.
Okay.
I assume he's suffocated because the ship had been off for so long, like.
Who knows? It could have been anything. Okay. So you want to take the job?
Yeah, let's take both of them.
Okay. The power converters is a larger storage gig. There's going to be about 5 tons worth of power converters. So there's a couple of loader droids that are required to like offload and load these things, and it does definitely take up a lot of the cargo space in your ship. The other one, and this guy's like, seems fine. Do an insight check for me, if you will.
An unprompted insight check is never a good thing. That's just the DM saying he's suspicious. Ooh,
no, I mean, because you're wanting to kind of get a handle on the people that you're doing business with. So I would assume that you would do this.
That's a 19.
Okay. 19. Beautiful. This is a Duros, like blue-skinned, the red-eyed alien, and as I said, he has a very much like a mechanic kind of vibe to him. Nothing suspicious. But tells you, he's like, all right, make sure that you are very careful with my power converters. I have done a lot of hard work on these specific specifications.
Yeah, of course, no problem. They'll be locked down the entire journey. We're going straight to Nar Shadda, so
Okay. This is good. I will give you 100 credits now, and then 100 I will transfer to you on delivery. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Excellent. The point comes for you to speak to the other person. And you wait in the hangar, and you wait. And finally, entering into the section of the hangar is a tall, somewhat reptilian-looking woman. They are. She kind of walks with the grace of a Kaminoan, that very floaty, like kind of walk. She's not tall and like lengthy or lanky like that, but just that kind of smooth presence. To her side is a R2 unit that is pulling a little sled, and it's got a chest that is on it, and it looks like are you familiar with, oh my gosh, what are these things called? It's a really particular kind of like chest that they hold that holds a lot of stuff in it. The Husky brand, I think, is like Husky like chests. They're like really durable, very thick. Anyway, one of those. It's like you it's like a very thick traveling chest. Are you the captain?
Yep.
My name is Cirbit.
You spell that.
Cirbit.
All right. Well, it's your bit. That's nice to meet you. I'm Sai. It's my ship, the Wayfinder.
She like looks it up and down, gives it a very appraising look. Have you made trips to Nar Shadda before?
Once.
No problems?
No problems. This baby tends to fly under the radar, if you know what I mean.
Good. That is very important. I must insist that you keep this well ventilated. Do not worry. It will have no ill effects on you or any of your crew. There are no gases that it releases.
Okay. Yeah, we'll make sure it gets air. You got plants in there or something?
No questions.
Of course.
What is your ship's defensive capability?
Well, we got 2 laser cannons and could pretty much outmaneuver a TIE fighter if I wanted to, so...
Make sure it is well strapped down.
Yeah.
She puts, as she's talking, she kind of just like, as she says this last little bit, she kind of rubs her hands like very like gently across the top of the box. It's almost in a like caring kind of way. I will be trusting you, my life's work to you. Make sure it arrives safely.
Yeah, my word.
Go on, D4. Put it on the ship. And the little droid like starts to tractor it up onto the loading platform or up the ramp and into the spot. She brings out a little data pad, and as she looks it over, she sends to you the details. Once you reach Nar Shadda, dock in the Olman district. There, I will send my compatriot the specifications of your vessel, and they will meet you once you arrive. It is very important that you make sure that this goes to Kelman Dasal.
And do you want to give me a description of him, just so that there's no shady business?
You will know him when you see him.
Well, see, the thing is, I don't know him, and anyone could walk up to me and say I'm Kelman DeSaul, right?
She just smiles. Yes. I know.
All right. You're a risk taker. I get it.
Sai, you have no idea. Here is half, and I will send you the other upon arrival, with a bonus if you do so with no difficulties.
Well, there won't be any difficulties on my end, but I can't account for others.
Protect us with your life.
He just nods. He's not gonna say he will.
He's like, yep, yeah, sure.
I don't want to have to roll a deception check here.
I don't want to have to lie to the lady. Okay. She nods, gives one final look as D4 comes rolling down the ramp. She puts a hand on the droid, and the two of them like turn almost like this weird like unison, and then they walk out and away. You're just like, cool. This will be fine.
Was anyone else like out here in the cargo bay with me while that was going on?
I'd say I was.
It depends on if you'd ask. If you'd ask, I'd be there, but
He wouldn't ask, but yeah. He just turns to Akin. Well, that was weird, right?
Yeah. Looks back at the ship. I thought I was getting used to weird, but that was weird.
Yeah. The no question asked jobs are always, you meet the most interesting characters.
Okay. You ready to go?
Yeah, as long as we got some slurps to go.
Oh yes. There is a small kiosk that you can get some slurps here.
yes.
It's run by this really basically human teenager. It has like hair just like down in their face. Just like, yeah, sure. Whatever. Like the whole time, just no emotions past like depressed. Just it's like Eeyore, somewhere in the valley of like Eeyore and like somewhere in Eeyore, and maybe someone who used to work at Hot Topic, not so much now, but maybe before, in the before times. Somewhere in that range. Definitely wasn't giving the full slurp experience, and you kind of miss McSlurp, you know. And there's just like, you can't find good help these days. But it is, you know, it's a space station in the middle of nowhere, so what can you do? Okay, beautiful. So with that, we'll say your job here is done. The landing door shuts, and you guys prepare the ship as it takes off and flies out the hangar. Beautiful. You start the next leg of your journey. Let me see here. Go with this one for now. Why not? Jumping off into hyperspace, you guys settle in for another leg of your trip. Lore.
Yep.
Yep.
Yup.
Yep.
You as you are traveling, there's one point during your meditation when you focus on centering yourself, preparing for whatever might come once you arrive at your next destination. And you feel it again. A familiar presence. Not the dark one that had been exorcised, but that same comforting, familial presence of your old master. And though there's no words, at least from his side, there is that connection of minds. What do you do with that?
We would probably say like out loud, like, Master, where are you? And she'd try to focus in closer.
Make a wisdom check for me. I believe that is the... Hold on. Yeah.
19.
19. You reach out and you latch on to that presence, the presence of Turka. I am traveling. As are you, I feel. How are you?
Laura would have like a billion emotions go through her. I don't know how I am. I'm confused. You're alive? You're okay?
You never sensed my death, did you?
No, but I sensed a lot of other death. Why did you leave me?
The turbulent times that came. Had we been together, would have made a brighter spot for them to find. I apologize for the abruptness of my exit. But it was done with your best interest at heart. Plus, I figured you would be fine. You're a resourceful one.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I mean, you taught me, so.
Exactly. I would not teach a failure. How has your path been?
Been muddled. I would consider myself a failure.
But you are not. You are alive. And you have not given over to the seduction of the dark side like many of ours fallen members have.
But I have tampered with it.
Oh?
Maybe too much.
Do you remain centered?
I lost my way for a bit, but I've gained balance again.
It sounds like you are navigating the turbulence well.
I mean, it helps having a Jedi-like friend around.
Oh? Anybody I know?
I don't know. You might have known her mom, but I'm not sure. I haven't really remembered her name, so. You know me with names. Never been good.
To where do you fly now?
Shadda.
A tricky place.
So I've been told. Do you have any tips?
Keep your head on your shoulders. They have a tendency to remove them there. I'm sure you will be fine, though. It is a dangerous place, but a good place to hide. I suspect the reason you are going is a worthy one.
Yeah. It is. Guess those people that are hiding we need to find.
I see. I traveled to meet a potential ally. Perhaps we may see each other soon. If the Force wills it.
She wouldn't necessarily respond, but sort of send out a if the Force,
Yeah.
wills it and
An agreement.
Yeah.
An agreement vibe.
Yes.
There's a disconnect of that mental tether. And the oddness sets in. The casualness of it all. Tur wasn't necessarily a father-like figure, perhaps, but was probably as close to one as you had. Not always the most kind, but also not cold and distant. I would imagine, as I don't want to speak for you, but I would imagine the casualness of him being gone for so long and the kind of dismissal of it maybe doesn't sit completely right. But this perhaps is a thought for another time. It's perhaps it is the amount of time spent around your quasi Jedi companion and these others in their search and seeking of family, this found family that you have found for yourself. As I say, found 30 more times in a sentence. This found family that you have created, in all the time that you trained with Master Tur, there was lacking this sort of connection. And now that you have found it, at the time, it's kind of like one of those you didn't know what you were missing kind of situations. You realize how vital it can be, not only in partnership as a team, but in relationship as friends. And it puts at odds the feelings and memories that you had with this old master. Because up until recently, that is what you kind of expected family to behave like. He cared for you, but didn't care for you. And in that sense of like balance, it wasn't. I guess there is a little bit of that. Would it have been better just to be within the Jedi Order, as they had spoke so much about not lacking attachment, and yet they always seemed so close with their, Padawans and Masters always had a bond like family. And then this one, for not being that, seemed different. And you just assumed that that's the way it should be. But now it's kind of that. Is it what it should have been? You think of perhaps what it would feel like to have lost that feeling in the way that perhaps Akin has. And seeing that also gives I guess another side of the coin sort of situation, where this is someone who clearly had an attachment with his family, and you've seen how it didn't necessarily destroy him. He just moped and ate slurp all day for a day, but but to that, was that bad? But you saw what it did to him, right?
The correct term is he slurp.
As you also take a sip of your slurp, like, hey, it wasn't that bad. You all got slurp out of it. But in the sense of like you're seeing both sides, right? You're seeing like there's the pros and then there's the cons, and perhaps maybe he did save you from being super torn up about things, by his abandonment, by his leaving, by having forced you to kind of grow up on your own, so to speak. So it's one of those things where you kind of start to, you don't necessarily spiral in that sense, but it's that like your mind just kind of just retraces steps, like if this, then this, if this, then this, but if this, what of this? And as the noise starts to like build in your head, you take a stop, take a moment, refocus, recenter, find that calmness again. And then you hear Alkura in the other room like giggle about something with her bead bracelet project that she is working on. And maybe then another smile goes across your face, as like that warmth of friend and familial attachment to this crew blossoms in you, bolsters you in a way that can't possibly be weakness. And I don't say that in a like morbid, like sarcastic sense. Like there's a strength to this because it for as much as some of these teachings of unattachment are spoken, having each other and having each other's backs also gives that much more confidence and security in a turbulent time, because you know who you can count on. Probably. that one was just for fun. Beautiful. Okay. Let's see here.
Do you mind if I talk to Akin really fast before we leave?
No, but by all means.
Okay. It would be for sure day 2, because I don't feel like she would let. I don't want to interrupt your cry time.
My process.
You know? Yeah, your process.
He was in the middle of his slurp, and in the middle of watching his like chick flicks.
Actually, day 1, she was like literally like putting her hand up to the door to knock, and she heard like a sob or something, and she never mind.
So awful. But I love it.
You hear something in Spanish really loud.
You're watching telenovelas while you're eating your slurp.
Or as they're known here, Spanish slurp operas.
Spanish slurp operas. Oh my god. Yeah, there's a little
I feel like
QR
soap operas
code.
would be sponsored.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Because what better time to enjoy your slurp than to watch a slurp opera?
Yeah. The Lord.
It's gross.
This is a galaxy-wide enterprise now. It just
With every purchase of a slurp, you get a little code and it allows you to watch the next episode. So that's how they get you hooked.
Yes.
Get you hooked. Like,
This episode is brought to you by Big Slurp.
Damn it, I've already watched this episode. It's an old cup.
Big Slurp's putting chemicals in the slurp.
That's amazing. Anyway, go ahead. Oh my god.
I like knock on your door.
Hello. He
Open
comes
it.
to the door. Yeah. Hey.
Hi. I made you this. It's a bracelet.
What is it?
Friendship bracelet. I know it's fast because we've only known each other like 5 days. But
We've been through a lot together.
yeah, that's what I thought.
He sort of looks at it. He remembers being given something very similar by someone when they were like 13. This is nice.
Yeah?
And he sort of like he's not wearing his armor, so he just kind of pops it on. My size too. Nice
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, I was like staring at your wrist for a really long time when you were. I was hoping I could eyeball it, okay?
That's weird. But thank you.
Well, you're welcome. I just want to make sure you're okay too, because that's like the worst thing ever, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm basically just trying to get focused up so that we can deal with it, and hopefully, I mean, I don't know what happens when we hit that planet. I think it's going to get even worse, but hopefully this has a happy ending. How are you doing?
Oh, I mean, yeah, kind of same. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. It's good, but like,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm glad like they're not in super trouble yet. You know, like not as bad, because before I thought the Empire had them like right now. So
What do you do to get ready for a mission, Alcora?
I try to remember what my mom taught me to like do the calming breathing stuff and to like trust in the force, which basically means like that things will work out and that you can trust the people around you too.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a little harder lately because things have been so like scary, but I'm still
Sure.
trying. Do you do something different?
I mean, similar stuff. I mean, obviously, I work with my tools, make sure, my blaster's sighted, my weapons aren't going to fail me in the heat of combat, and then I think about, how I approach certain situations. A little bit of mental combat simulation, I guess. Have you ever played Hollow Chess, Alcura?
Is that like a typical game?
Yeah.
I don't know what
Yes.
that is.
Yeah, it's
Is
like,
it?
That's like from episode 4, right?
yeah, it's a little circular table where it's got the little creatures.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I played that with my dad. He's like, we're really good at Sabak, but that was our second favorite.
Would you like to play Sabak or Hollow Chess?
Both.
At the same time.
Do you want to do it at the same time?
Oh my gosh, I've never tried it at the same time. We could try.
Let's give it a shot.
Oh my gosh.
See what happens.
Yes. Yeah, because I have so many things I'm thinking about, but if we play 2 games at once, I can't think about them at the same time. It's perfect.
Just think about winning. It'll help.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. I love that.
Amazing. Like cards in one hand, just facing the other.
We've got the little chess clock. We're both looking at the cards. I hit it. You're like,
Yes.
It's like really heated, like 30 minutes in, where you're hearing like them just like yelling and like
Oh my goodness.
beautiful.
Do you guys have 2 d6s in front of you?
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
I've only got one, but I can roll it twice.
I'm glad you were
fair.
honest.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, I'm gonna try something.
So are
Okay.
we.
Yeah. Well, do you have I was gonna try and like mini game this.
Yes.
Do you have
I'm
some?
all for that.
Do you have an idea already in mind, Martel, or no?
Oh, I have no.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
All right. Beautiful. Each of you roll me 2d6 and then just like keep the numbers separate. Like, well, I guess I can write on my paper too. That way I will know what you're doing. I was trying to shorten Alcura's name and it just became Al, and I was like, Al and Akin. Okay.
Sounds like a podcast.
Al, yeah. All right.
The A&A podcast.
Akin. Ooh, what did you? Yeah, give me your 2 numbers that you
I
rolled.
got a 3 and a 6.
Okay, Alcura.
2 and a 5.
What?
Beautiful. Okay. We're gonna. Okay, let's see. Okay. Roll me another 2 sets.
Let me say that.
All right, I can go for it.
5 and 5, baby.
Ah, got 5 and 4.
Okay. So nice.
You know what? 1 and 4, 1 and 5.
So these are okay. Let's see. How are we gonna do this? Okay, so my initial idea was each D6 represented your where you were at, like basically compete. It's like rollies, right? But you're doing 2 games at once. So each D6, one D6 is for one game, one D6 is for the other. So 3 and 2 on that first set. Akin, this is your first numbers are going to be your Sabak numbers. And so we'll say that one again. Akin is like, he beats you, but not by like a lot because it's only different by one. So it's like it's a very close game. Akin, I mean the chess game 6 and 5 is also by 1. So right there, it's like okay, all right. So he's good. He's good. He's a lot better. But also, this is a first time of trying to play 2 games at once. Your minds are literally like, there's not necessarily, I would say, smoke coming out of it, but it's in that sense of like, okay, you are like so hyper focused. The ADHD is strong right now, and so it's like this is like scratching all of those itches of just like your mind's going 2 different places at once. The second round, 5 and 5 for the Sabak game ends in a draw. Okay, so you've got him. You kind of are starting to pick out a couple of Akin's tells. Akin, what would be a tell that you think Akin has when he's like trying to bluff?
He looks at his cards just a tiny bit longer when it's not a good hand.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, I like that because it's almost like you're trying to imagine that they are going to be something else, and you're just like, why is it?
It's more like I have to decide how I'm going to play this versus, all right, I know what to do.
Okay. Chess game. He still manages to beat you just by a hair, just by 1. On this next round, Alkura, would you try and use the Force to try and read his mind a little bit, or are you gonna keep this game pure?
No, I'm keeping it pure because he said multiple times he does not want me to read his mind. So I do not want to do that.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
she definitely is tempted, but no, I can't.
Beautiful. Okay, so we'll do this next. We'll do one more set.
Another roll. Okay.
Yeah.
3. Shit.
5 and 1.
And then Akin explodes.
Couldn't hang.
So you said 3 and 5?
3 and 2.
3 and 2 for yours, and then Akura, yours was 5 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll see. All right. So look at this. Look how the dice tell the story. So this second round, or third round, I should say, you start to read him, and it's not because you were literally reading his mind or anything, but on that Sabak game, you're starting to tell when he is bluffing. You're starting to pick up on those things, and now you know how to navigate that. But he still beats you at the chess.
I think I like to think that Asidas would know when she tried to use the Force to read his mind when they played Sabak, like her dad, and she'd get in trouble.
Yep, that's beautiful.
Anyway.
I love that. All right. So while you whooped him a little on the Sabak side because you beat him by 2, he still managed to beat you by 1 on the chess side.
We'll say the chess is devolving because we're starting to focus more on the Kazakh.
Yeah,
and Akin's like, she's killing me. What am I doing wrong?
That is beautiful. All right. I love that. Cute.
Love it.
Learn something new. How about on the flip side, Alkura, would you have a tell that Akin can learn about how you don't successfully bluff or something?
Oh, yeah, because I'd say normally she's pretty good at it, like, cause she has like a lot of charisma, so like she can do it okay. But maybe if like she has a really bad hand, she like pouts a little bit before she like brings it like back to like acting or whatever. But if you catch her just in time, she'll be like,
the little pursing of the lips, just like
yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, cool. Could come in handy later. You never know.
Sure.
All right. It is not too long after that your oh my gosh, my brain literally just stopped. That the alarm goes off for your hyperspace. And that you are in the process of, you'll be arriving momentarily. The autopilot alerts you. So you got like 15 minutes or so before you exit hyperspace and you're finally at your destination, Shadda.
Good games.
Good game. That was perfect distraction. Yeah.
It's
I'm
like
so ready to go.
10 hours have passed. You don't even
I'm
realize.
sweating.
Loris is like, you've been sitting there for hours. She's like, I slept and woke back up again. You guys are still here. Did you move? Oh my gosh. All right. Well, as we prepare to exit hyperspace, anything that you guys are wanting to do to prepare beforehand, get ready for anything? All right, cool.
No, so I was gonna make sure he has his gear and just kind of get into the cockpit and do his thing.
Get those muscles nice and loose, ready to do this. All right, cool. Well, as we exit hyperspace, we'll go ahead and take a break here. As we jump out of hyperspace into Nalhutta space, the home of the Hutts. Clearly, nothing evil ever happens in this side of the galaxy.
No, that's why they're called huts. They shelter you.
Yeah. From everything. From your possessions, from your freedom. It's fine. Who wants to have personal choice when you could have a hot boss for you? Hut boss. Not a hot boss, hut boss. Wow.
You're into what you're into.
And clipped.
Damn it. All right, we'll be right back. Yahoo! We did it! Yay!
We pressed the button.
We pressed the right button. I almost pressed the wrong one on Zoom. I don't know what that would have done, but it was not the right. I was like, wait, that's not the right side of the screen. I need this one. Okay. With a shudder, the ship comes out of hyperspace. Vroom. And into the busy space lanes around Nal Hutta and its orbiting city moon of Nar Shaddaa. Across the sky, I'm assuming everybody is in the cockpit or like, you know, present. Across the sky, you guys can see various ships just like going back and forth. Some of them far away, some of them, you know, decently close enough to where you can make out details and whatnot. But you see that the ships that are flying through between the planets, they look like, it almost looks like sparkling sands or glass shards in space as they catch the light of the suns, as they just kind of like make almost like a strand of connectivity between the two worlds. It is a busy place, but you find your lane and begin to travel over towards Nar Shaddaa. Once you get to within a decent range, a voice comes over the intercom.
Approaching vessel, please designate yourself.
Yeah, this is the Wayfinder. We're here to make a delivery of power converters to the Oldman district.
Processing. 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 Processing.
You know, you could release the button until you've actually made a decision.
Processing. Shipment confirmed. Please arrive on Deck 5, Section 7, Sublevel 12. Green Hangar. Welcome to Nar Shaddaa.
The cut.
Write that down. You gotta remember all that.
I should have had a pen ready.
I'm not going to repeat it. It's not my fault you get lost.
Oh God.
The old mine district. That's great. Okay. The ship as it goes by flies down into the what's it called? Atmosphere. As it like goes into the atmosphere, you hit a little bit of the turbulence as the ship kind of starts to kind of bounce and rock back and forth as you kind of come in on a stormy side of the planet, or what is currently a little bit of a stormy side of the planet. As you are flying in, you try your best to remember the directions that were given and find yourself soon after flying in and amongst the giant spires and towers of condos and shanty villages. It is very interesting that this particular side of Nar Shaddaa has, like, it almost looks like there is a tower of one, like a skyscraper, and then basically all around it there's like almost like a web that goes down of other smaller buildings that are almost touching, basically touching. There's there's such small space between the two that it almost looks like this one tower of wealth, and then all of the subsequent ones as it goes further and further down just get less and less fancy looking until it's like basically like shanty towns near the bottom. And it kind of just like each little tower as it spires up from the filth of the lower levels, has this like cascading wealth that goes down in terrible ways. But eventually you do find the correct vent, and it leads you to one of the lower subsections, and you take one of these swirling paths as it's just like this large hole that kind of goes down, and you can see that there's like various hangars that kind of litter the sides. But as your ship just kind of lowers and lowers and lowers, as you get to the 12th sublevel, you find the green hangar, and you find that it's literally both painted and lit green. As you fly in, and with ease, maybe. I didn't make you roll a piloting check this time around, but
You want me to?
no, it's fine. Listen, half of this is you piloting, the other half is just the computer navigating through the like automated lanes, so it's not necessarily all on you. But you do manage to get to this spot, and as you here's an interesting question. Do you park the ship in such a way that the front is facing in or the front is facing out?
Sorry, I lost my audio right
no,
as you were saying that to me.
No, I'm not repeating
trying to
it.
get it back.
Oh, nice. Dun dun dun. Let me know when you get it back. Did your headphones die?
It's pairing.
It's fine. Maybe.
Is he backing in, folks?
Are you one of those people that parks that you reverse into a
But
parking
Zoom's gonna
spot?
make me
Does side drive a
hold on.
truck?
That's the other part of it.
Yep.
And it's not in the list.
Yay! Hey, remember, this is a good opportunity to remind everyone to make sure that your Zoom is updated. Yes, that's beautiful. Hold on, we'll fix. All right, congratulations. You are now Lore, you are now Sai, and you are now Kura.
Wow.
Whoa, just like that.
Floor check.
Lore check.
Oh no.
There we go. Beautiful. Let's see if this worked. Beep, 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 beep. Nah, he's just not gonna pop in. No, I can hear you. Can you hear us?
I'm here. Yes.
Can you hear us? Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
Yay!
I love the fact that you don't even sound sure that you are here. Like, I'm here, I think.
I have like no control over the volume now, though.
Beautiful.
Oh my god, this is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm here and I can hear you.
All right. Is it super loud?
Yeah, but I'll figure it out.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. All right. So my question to you was, and it's a very important question: do you park your ship? Do you reverse yourself into your hangar spot, or do you fly into the hangar spot? Like, do you back up into the parking spot, or?
So it's actually like in an enclosed hangar.
Yeah.
Then I guess I'll back in because I want to prioritize getting out quickly if we need to.
Smart. Okay. All right. You bring yourself into the spot, and as you come in, the ship settles down. The ship rocks a little as it lands. You guys are ready to go. Gathering your stuff together, You go over to the bay doors. Take a deep breath.
Richard bracelets for you guys. I give it to the other two.
Oh no, yeah. You give you
Right before he like touches, like we're all like I just give it to you guys.
Oh, by the way, Laura, here's your friendship bracelet.
I made this for you. Oh, you're muted, but yeah, Sai and Laura, like
yeah.
Laura and Sai, you both can add one friendship bracelet to your inventory.
it's for like good luck, you know.
Well,
Luck.
thanks, Alcora. That's really thoughtful.
You're welcome. I have one too, and Zippy has one. Point to my droid.
The
It's like a
droid,
charm one.
the droid has like a. It's basically kind of like what you would dangle from the rearview mirror in a car. It's just like it's like the friendship bracelet's just not connected. It's just dangling.
Yes.
But it like bleep bloops in a happy little way. I don't even know if I still have. Do I still have little droid sounds? Oh, I do. There it goes. Although that one sounded like it was running out of battery, but that's fine. Beautiful. Hey, look at that. Narshada. Flawless. All right. You go over to the docking ramp as it's already down, and there is a human woman that comes up to you guys. He's got this really tight braided hair that comes down back into a ponytail that has like a bunch of tendrils of braids that run down to about her lower back. Okay, so let's see. You said you had some power converters. How many? Oh my god, you have a lot.
Yep, you're welcome to check them all if you'd like. We're in no rush.
I will be a fat hut before I would do all of that. I'll just say that they arrived safely. Go ahead and sign here for your shipping manifest.
Yeah, he signs it.
Thank you. Okay, that is all. How long are you going to be staying here in the city?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe a day or two, maybe less.
Okay.
Maybe more.
It's like 10 credits a day for this hangar spot.
Not a problem. Here, I'll give you 3 up front. He gives them 30 credits.
She goes, okay. Name?
I feel like no, my name's probably connected to the ship, isn't it? Is it? I don't know how it works. He's gonna give her the name Tor Delmar, which is his mentor.
Nice.
Laura's just gonna stare at him like.
She goes to write it down. Does a couple of clicks. Face scrunches, looks at you.
Wrong.
Tor Delmar. Small galaxy, I guess. Okay.
I see that.
It says you've checked in like 3 days ago and haven't left yet.
Well, that's peculiar. How could I possibly be here if I just got here?
Listen, it's not up to me to question who's named what. Like, if it's a popular name, for a while, I met like 3 Greedos in one day. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of like John Smith on Cabaret, so.
That sounds like a horrible name. What the unfortunate children is there ever named that? But, like I said, I'm not one to judge. That's why I don't have children myself. Okay. Anyway, and it's been great chatting with you, Tor.
You as well.
if you need anything regarding to your ship, or if it needs to be repossessed or taken in the eventual case of your death, are there any secondary contacts?
You could give it to her.
And in the eventual case of your death, anybody else?
Yeah, her.
Hopefully it doesn't get to that, but just in case, you know. She just kind of writes it down. Okay, well, enjoy your stay on Nar Shadda. May the Huts bless you in your endeavors, etc., etc. I've said everything that I need to say on this visit. Okay.
So sassy.
Just turns around and walks away.
As soon as she's out of earshot, he's just gonna Tor's here somewhere.
I haven't seen him in so long. Oh.
Yeah, last time I saw him was when he gave us the ship.
Oh, he had the ship.
Is he here?
Who is that?
He's kind of like my mentor or big brother or something. He was an officer in the Ember Wings back on Capre.
Two-gun guy.
Yeah, he's the one who taught me to shoot.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, I traveled with him before this stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good guy, reliable. But if
Um,
he's here, that's... I mean, something's probably going down.
Yeah. It's not a good sign.
well, wait. Well, what does he do? Like, I mean, couldn't he just be like hanging out here?
Tor doesn't really do hanging out.
You know.
He's always busy, always finding another job, always finding a way to strike at the Empire.
Oh. Okay.
This might be good for us, though. If we know the Empire's coming here and we know he's here, he might have already taken him out.
Oh, that'd be nice. He would help us, you think?
Oh, definitely. If we can find him. But finding him isn't easy.
And if he doesn't need saving like you did.
You know, Akin sort of nods his head at the woman who's walking away. I bet if we gave her a couple more credits, she'd tell us where his ship is.
Not a bad idea. Lore, can I get you to... I'll supply the credits, but you know how I am convincing people to do things.
Hold out her hand.
He'll throw her 40 credits.
She's going to run up and sort of just tap her shoulder.
And here I thought it was going to be easy. Yes.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to. That other tour, where's his ship at? And she'll just hand the credits.
Make a persuasion check. Make a lore check.
2.
Would you like advantage?
Sure.
Did you say
Did you
two?
say 2?
I said 22.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
It might do better.
I was like, how is 2 even possible for you? I know
It's
your
not
stats.
possible.
I was
Never mind, you're good.
Okay.
You looked so unsure when you said it too, so I was
Yeah.
convinced it was.
I was a 2. Yeah, 2.
I mean, I feel like he might be bumping things up for difficulty because I just roll so good sometimes.
Listen, I am not going to question how good you are at persuading people with the Force. You know, you have a little bit of a way with you, so that's fine. She looks at you. You're not going to start anything, are you?
Oh no, we just want to see who's using his name.
I mean, I'm assuming it's just a name like any other. But hey, if you're willing to part with 40 credits, who am I to say no to that? She puts them in the I was gonna say in her pocket, in the little pouch thingy at her side. Okay, let me see. She starts to click on a couple of buttons and just like, yeah, well, okay. Well, I think it looks like he's over in just outside of Wormstew Town of 5th sublevel, section 5. The hangar is 47B.
Thank you.
Sure. Anything else before I make my escape?
No, other than I hope you have a good day.
There's a moment of like surprise, and she kind of scans you like to see if you are like joking or being sarcastic, and thanks. Turns around and like walks out the window. Out the door. She just
kills herself on the spot. She's had it with this fucking job. Lord, don't kill her! No!
Oh
Not
my
again.
gosh. I almost blacked out with that
Jedi,
one.
man.
That was not expected. Walks out the door is what I meant to say. Oh my god. Okay. Oh goodness gracious. Okay. Well, rip.
Laura's gonna run back and relay that to Guy. I couldn't remember his name for a second. I was like, oh, it's not Tor.
Beautiful. Okay.
Right. I forgot to, on our way in, scan for that Empire ship that we're looking for.
Was literally gonna say the same thing. Yeah. The Tyrant, I think it was called.
Is that something I can do now?
If you go back up to the to the computer on the ship, I'm sure you can try and do something.
Yeah,
Do that, and we'll go look for your buddy.
I mean, it shouldn't take too long to run a scan, and
you go back up to the ship. Who's staying by the door?
I'll say it by the door.
Laura will.
Okay, both of you. All right,
They
cool.
both will.
And I'll go help outside.
Okay. There is as while he's gone, because it's like a small hangar, right? It's like a little private hangar spot. The door opens to your place, and you see an Iktochi men. They're like they are the ones that kind of have the horns that go down. I don't remember the name of the Jedi Master that was this particular type, this guy, but they've got like, they basically kind of have like it's almost like Liku, but their horns just go down along the side. They kind of curl. They just kind of curl down and around the face.
Like Master Poe or whatever it is.
Kind of. Yeah, they kind of look like that. Those are Keldor, but yes, it's spelled Iktotchi. This man kind of has his like lime black coat. Strolls up to the ship.
As he's walking in, Atkins like, no way. I did know him when I saw him.
Are you all the Wayfinder?
Yep.
My name's Kelman Desal. I hear you have a package for me.
Yep. 1 second. Go back in and get the package.
You slide it out on the little hover sled that it came on. You make an insight check for me.
Lore, I hope you're good at this. Oh, 18.
18. What'd you get, Laura?
Got a 14.
Okay. She's like, I rolled a 1.
I felt like it because I have a +8. I'm just like, it's still so low.
It's not bad. It's not bad. When he sees the crate coming towards him, he looks nervous, and then he hides it. There's like a brief moment of him going. He like stands up a little taller, and then he comes over, has a little data pad out that he kind of like scans it real quick.
You had no problems on the way?
Nice and smooth.
Sirbit will be pleased. Thank you for this. I'm told that your payment has been taken care of at least partially, yes?
Yes.
I will make sure that you get what is coming. Thank you.
No problem.
He turns around and looks over at your ship, looks at you. You don't have your helmet on, I'm assuming, right? You just have your armor?
Yeah, probably just the armor.
He looks over at Lore.
Do you both do these kind of jobs often?
When we need to.
I might have more work for you then. But I'll keep you in mind. I'm assuming the ship's comm registry is one that I can use to contact you if something comes up.
Should be.
All right. Then perhaps we'll be seeing each other.
He puts a hand on the case and starts to like roll out of the hangar.
As he's rolling out, I'm gonna like lean over to Lore and be like, "Can you use your magic to get a sense of what the hell we just did?"
Yeah. I'm gonna do that. What should she roll?
Beautiful. You're like, yeah, totally. I know exactly
like
what I'm.
Force equivalent of detect thoughts or whatever.
Yeah, that would be the best.
I don't remember what they call it in this now.
I was like, yeah, I don't know if you have any of those abilities.
Perception?
Yeah, you don't have any force powers, right? You don't have any force powers for this, right?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
No. No, she does not.
I'll say go ahead and roll insight with advantage, because that way it's a higher odds of you getting a higher number. Because you're trying to get a read on him.
By 3.
23. Beautiful. As he's walking out, he's about most of the way to the door. You're not going to get direct thoughts, but you'll get emotions. And the general emotion is play it cool, 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 play it cool. And a little bit of anxiety, but determination.
She's gonna sort of lean over to Akin and just basically say that, like, explain what he's feeling.
Like he's trying to collect himself, but
do we
Well,
do anything?
Sai, as you are of, oh, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Did you get any negative, like maybe he's got some bad intentions, or is he just nervous?
More so just nervous, but like, why? That's my question. Why is he nervous? I mean, we don't know what's in it, so I guess that's something to be nervous about. It's like a biologic bomb or something, who knows?
Well, maybe watch the news for a couple days if the bomb goes off. Hopefully it wasn't us. I don't know. Maybe it's not our business. Maybe he'll contact us again.
Yeah, more credits, that'd be nice. Get some new armor.
All right. Nice. All right, Sai, you are on the ship looking at the readouts, trying to scan for some of the vessels, and your comm goes off. And you see credits have been added to your account. You now have the full 1,000 plus 500 more.
Oh, damn. All right. I will divvy these up amongst the crew. Just we got to figure that out. But
yeah,
I'm just adding them to mine for now, and we'll deal with that when we deal with it.
Okay. You were doing a technology check for me, I guess.
Yeah, let's do one of those.
We'll go with that.
Do I have advantage because Alkura is helping me?
Sure.
I feel like I like to watch whenever he does this stuff, so maybe I can like sort of help now, potentially.
That works out to a 19.
19, all right. Hold on. Okay. You check as best as you can. It's a little spotty, and it's really funny because normally, under most circumstances, it gives you a little bit of a list. Like this scan gives you a list of some of the ship's ID logs that are like coming and going, or at least those in the vicinity. This has the longest list of what I'm going to call redacted, scrambled things that you have ever seen. And then you're like, oh, right, Nar Shadda. Most of these ships that are in around here are going to have their codes scrambled for this exact reason of not wanting to be found. But that you can tell right now, there are no Imperial signatures are on here.
All right. All right. Well, then, while they're kind of dealing with the handing off of the goods, Sai's like showing Alkura how to do it, and he's like, "Now, see, we know we're looking for an Imperial ship, so we could actually, narrow the field of search that we're looking for and focus in on the frequencies that they use, that sort of thing."
Okay.
And then, when they find nothing, he's just like, "Well, that's good news. We beat him here."
Yeah, because I feel like if you were Empire, you'd be like, "Hey, everyone, I'm here."
Yeah, they generally don't hide this sort of thing.
Yeah, that's what I feel like too. Okay, cool. I think I remember 3 of the 10 steps you showed me. Maybe 5. This is good. I feel like I kind of get it though. Like I kind of remember what you did.
Good.
Yeah, thanks.
Because if anything happens to me, it's your ship. So.
Oh my gosh! I couldn't believe you said that.
Nothing's gonna happen to me.
Yeah, exactly. But you should teach me how to fly it just in case. Like,
sure.
like if you're like, "Oh, my arm hurts," like then I could like just fly over you. You know.
Later that exact minute, Sai's bleeding out on the ground, and you're like, "That's mine now."
Nothing's gonna happen to me. Oh.
That's when she turns into a Sith.
Yes. Aaron, you weren't even there, but I was joking before the session that like Sai's trauma would be I just backstab Sai for no reason. Like, I'll just take it into my own hands.
She's like, "Oh, the ship's mine, huh? If you die, good to know."
Wow, I've been waiting for this.
Now that the paperwork's complete. No. That's beautiful. I love that reference. Thank you for that. All right, cool. You finish your search and you go back out to the front where you have
good job on the handoff. I got the credits. We also got a bonus, so that's good. We'll divvy those up when we get the chance. If something ever happens to me, just take my wrist pad. It's got access to everything. And but anyway,
like the fourth time you said that though. You need to stop saying that.
Well, the
It's like 10 minutes.
the dock master was so concerned about me dying here.
Last day on the force.
Yeah. I'm like 10 hours from retiring. But good news is no Empire yet, so I think we beat them, and we've got a couple of options in front of us. We can either hunt down this Crymora guy before the Empire arrives, kind of increase our odds a little bit, or we can look for Tor and get some assistance. Maybe, if he's still here, and if he's not in the middle of fighting a gang war himself.
Well, I guess, does he have stuff that would be good for tracking down someone from Crymora, or would he not?
I mean, he's good at everything I'm good at, except he's a little bit better at it. Except piloting. I think I passed him at that a while ago.
Oh. Okay. I don't know. What, do we think we beat them by a day? Is that what we said? Hopefully.
Might be a day, might be half a day.
Okay.
But the clock is ticking.
Yeah. Oh man, that's even harder to decide when you think about the clock's ticking down. Okay. I don't know. What do you think? What do you guys think? I don't know, Tor.
Good to have more allies, but
it would be nice to see him again and get his help.
I mean, he might even be running with a whole crew. Nimi will be with him at the very least.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to push stuff because they're old friends, but yeah, should sort of look excited for once.
Because do we even have a way to find this Captain Ilios guy in the first place?
Well, I don't really know about that for sure, but my guess is here on Nar Shadda, a man like that isn't hiding so much as he's displaying his power and authority.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, we're looking for red armor.
Yes,
we'll find him.
You're right. Okay, is this stupid if we split forces to do some recon and then do some connections at the same time and then meet back up? Or is that the stupidest thing you've ever heard?
It has its merits. It also comes with greater risk.
Yeah.
We are stronger together. And if one of the groups is looking for the Crymorans, there's a good chance that group is going to be set upon.
It's mostly just asking around, you think?
They've got a lot of influence here. they could catch word before we actually get any usable information. But again, it's got its merits. If we divide and conquer, we might get more done.
I'm not afraid of these gangsters.
I'm a little afraid of them, but that's okay.
I mean, I'm conflicted on the matter. I'm generally the one who's doing the tracking and that sort of thing. But the Cremora, they know me, or at least some of them do. And if I'm spotted, that might ruin the whole plan.
Oh, maybe getting Tor would help. Because then if
Although,
he tracks...
actually, Tor can track better than I can. He's been here for a few days, so he might already know
That's true.
everything we need to know.
Then we don't put you in more danger or, let them know that you're alive.
It's true. I can disguise myself, but for limited periods of time, my holographic disguise thing has a cooldown.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I trust you. If you guys think that he would know at least a direction, then it might be worth it.
It's a good lead. It really is.
So, yeah.
All right, then let's do that. In the meantime, we'll keep our eyes out for any red armor or any Mandalorians and, anyone who looks like a big boss of the Cremora.
Yes. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the nicest and 0 being a huge jerk, how nice should I be to people in this place? Because, sometimes if you're like too nice, people are like, time to rob you. Remember that one time I was so nice to everyone at that really shady place and everyone kept trying to rob me and it was really awkward. So
my advice would be keep it around a 2. You don't want to start a fight, but you want to
okay.
look like you're ready to fight.
Okay, I can do that.
She messes up her hair a little bit. How about
that?
Laura would smudge some black on her face.
She's going through a goth phase.
Yeah. We did say emo face earlier in the Discord. A little bit darker eyeshadow.
No.
Perfect.
You guys look out past the now not ray shield. What's it called? It's like a static shield that goes over the front of the hangar to kind of close it off. And the other ships that are kind of rising and lowering themselves at various parts here in Nar Shaddaa. You can see the dull, gentle glow of the neon and the hologram that kind of cast the different lights and shadows as these ships lower and rise themselves as the rain continues to pour down that other side. You gather your things, gather your equipment, and head towards the door. And just as you're getting to the door, as you're entering into this hallway, it's like a bigger, I guess I wouldn't say the artery, but it's like a bigger corridor kind of artery between all the other hangars. So there's other pilots that are going by. There's a couple of loader droids that are bringing cargo from one place to another. Some loader droids are actually coming towards your ship now as they are about to start processing the 5 tons of power converters that you have. One of the droid comes over.
We are here to unload your power converters.
Oh, right. Yeah. Almost forgot about that. Sure, come on over. And he shows them to the...
I'm sorry. We cannot unload the power converters.
Why can't you unload them?
Your tags are out of date.
My tags.
The Wayfinder, your security clearance here in Nar Shaddaa is out of date. Please pay the processing fee.
I'm sorry, do you license ships for the docks or do you receive shipments of power converters? Because I don't see the overlap there.
I'm sorry.
You seem to be collecting money for a job that has nothing to do with unloading power converters.
Correct.
Yeah, well, I'll take that up with the proper authorities. You can take the power converters and pay up, or I can keep the power converters and you can take off. Your choice. I'm sure I can get more than 200 credits for them. So, no loss to me.
Okay. I'm sorry.
That felt very Nar Shaddaa right away. I'm just like, no, this guy's shaking me down.
The droid then like turns and it looks to its other droid companions, and then they march towards the power converters and just try to start unloading. And you're just like, what the?
I've never been shaken down by a droid before.
Someone should stay with the ship.
We better keep an eye on them and lock it up when we're done.
Yeah.
You go over to the entrance and you watch as the droids like they unload, put it on a grav sled, and then take it out as out of the hangar bay. As the last one passes you,
Have a pleasant stay in Nar Shaddaa. Good day.
it just continues on its way. And you're just like, the fuck.
Yeah, he leads into Alcura and it's just like, see, now that's what happens on Nar Shaddaa. If you don't stand up for yourself, they will just take every dime you got.
totally gonna just hand over a bunch of money to them. I'm so glad you said something like. It's hard to tell with the droids, if they're lying or not.
That surprised me. I've
crazy.
never had that from a droid before, but I guess even the droids here are programmed to
Okay.
scam you.
Okay, good to know.
You see your little droid come over and just like.
Zippy, don't lie to people, okay?
I'm not giving you credit, Zippy.
the droid comes over, its eye goes red, it goes, and it gets like kind of close to Sai's face and then turns blue and then backs away, hides behind Alcura.
Oh my gosh, he's like my little guard dog or something.
He tried his hand at shaking you down and it didn't quite work.
I think he's picking up bad influences from these
Oh my
droids around here.
It just said, he goes, eat chuba for no reason.
Zippy.
That's amazing. Beautiful. These are the moments I love. Okay. Yes, you you go out into the hallway and merge with the traffic that kind of goes back and forth here in this space. Let's see here. Okay, so where is your first where are you guys going first?
Well, I think we're going to follow the directions we got from the dockmaster and look for Tor.
Okay.
And I think while we're traveling there, Alcura would be like trying to listen for any combo about if people are talking about the Crymora leaders here, or like any crazy things happening in the city,
Yeah, I'm keeping my eyes open for any emblems or any armor that might stand out, that sort of thing.
Yeah, Agon's doing the same. He's also looking for, just like any Mandalorian, because they'd probably gossip if you say the right things to them.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Do I have? I don't have. Okay. As you are making your way through these spaces, go ahead and make me perception checks all the way around to see what you notice.
That's a 23.
Nice.
1.
Beautiful.
Rolled a nat 20, so that is 28.
Damn.
Nice.
17.
Something. Nice. Okay. Let's see here. As you are going, there is kind of just move into a more crowded area. As you can hear the people coming and going, you are now in like a somewhat covered, sheltered area of the underground of Nar Shaddaa. You're 12 levels down, so there's not much in the way of rain that is hitting the streets here. It is kind of just like going and sloshing down like gutters, and the sides of the buildings are kind of like dripping down with wetness, but there's enough of so many overhangs and things that are 12 layers up that it doesn't really fall. It just kind of like runs. So you'll pass over little gutterways and stuff that are like have the onrush of dirty, filthy looking water that is now like washing and scrubbing its way through the various the gutters and stuff, but it's not really wet. There's like a damp coolness to the air though, almost like a fine mist, but it mixes with the music that's pumping from various cantinas and Star Wars equivalent of hookah bars. You have various little merchants that are selling like droid pieces. Like you see like a row of arms and then a row of heads and a row of legs. Like it's just like there's some of it looks brand new, shiny. Some of it looks like was thrown down here from 12 levels up and they just like put it on the shelf. There's a whole slew of random things. The smells of alien creatures from across the galaxy, both in their washed and unwashed forms. There is the smell of food and smoke and smoking spices. It is a truly almost overpowering for all senses, especially if you've never been to a city like this before. There's a lot to see and a lot that you don't want to look at. As your eyes are kind of going everywhere, you're just like, it's like everything you could possibly imagine in a teeny, cramped space that is this overfilled area of deep in the underbelly of Nar Shaddaa. You don't see any Mandalorians. In the midst of all of this chaos, there's not a lot of, at least as you are traveling through the streets, there's not a lot of cross chatter, as most people when they're walking are just like head down, going where they need to go. You see them, most people don't stop to talk. They are like, they'll talk off to the side, and when they do, it's like that, you know, there's like that little, like, they're very much like trying to hide what they're saying, or they're being very sneaky about whatever, or some are just freaking like drunk out, and that was the only loud people. They're like it's like random laughter kind of pierces the hushed din of voices. So I wouldn't say that there's necessarily anything that you would pick up on that is spoken out loud, like a rumor wise or anything like that, that would be like, ooh, this. You do notice the occasional batch of various syndicates that travel together in groups. You see Black Sun. You see, oh my gosh, the Pikes. You even see one, or what you would imagine is some of the Hutt cartels that are here on the city itself. Each group, for those of you who have been here before and kind of know a little bit how it works, each of the huts kind of has their own little turf, and so thus they have their own little personal guard slash like hooligans that work for them. They all have a variation of like the hut clan, but it's not always the same. But you can definitely see when they're walking around, as they kind of most of the citizens kind of give them a wide berth. Some of them give them money as they are in the process of being shaken down, and or ask for donations to the hut, the glorious hut huts. The area you find yourself in currently seems to be under the control of one Gracchus the Hut. And as you are making your way to this particular dock, you clock eventually an area that seems to be his palace, a rather affluent space that of a tower that is connected to a large arena. You can hear the distant occasional cheer or roar of a crowd, as it seems that there is something going on in said arena, but not close. You're easily like a mile off, 2 miles at most. Like it's not close enough for you to kind of hear what's going on. You just hear that like thunderous roar of the crowd every now and then. Would you make your way past these things to find your way to this particular spaceport that you were given directions to? It takes you probably about an hour to get there, just from navigating around the various streets into the different sublevels and such. But before long, you find yourself off the main street and into a smaller crowd. The sounds of the constant like cantina music and vibe start to finally fade away. And you just find yourself in a quiet, secluded area where one of the hangars sits on a platform almost on itself. It kind of almost this one is less of one of those giant like tunnels that go down, and more of like you had to kind of like navigate your way through the buildings to get here. But eventually you find the directions and the ship that is currently docked here. A repainted and we'll say personalized. It almost looks like kind of in the shape of like those Tidarian Imperial shuttles. It's got the wings that fold up, but they're shorter and smaller. They're not that super long sail kind of trapezoidal shape. They're just it's almost like you cut that into 2/3 of it off, and it's just kind of like folded up tiny wings, and there's like a little wedge up at the top. It's painted blue with like this dark blue with some like white, almost like racing stripes along it. It looks sleek, but it is a cargo shuttle, but it is designed to kind of look like it's a little faster than it probably actually is. But there doesn't seem to be anybody around it at the moment.
Well, not exactly what I was expecting, but this does look like a ship he would waste money on.
Oh.
I don't know. We see if anyone's home, or but is there a protocol to like if you think someone might be in a ship? Like, is there a way to like?
Ding dong!
Yeah, is there a doorbell?
I would say that there is like as much as you can see it, it does have like a barrier door that's like it's an open space There is like a little bit of a barrier of a door that you can like see around, and there is probably a call box that ties itself to the ship, whatever ship is docked there. So it's currently locked, so you couldn't go up to the ship, but
Right.
there is a call box there.
On the hangar itself.
Yeah, on the outside.
All right. Well, I will engage that.
Okay. It rings. No response.
Damn.
Question: don't you just like have each other's contact info?
Well,
Like friends.
thing about what we generally do is that we get tracked a lot ourselves. And
Okay.
so we tend to ditch our communicators whenever we do something particularly foolish.
We would like to reach you about your shuttle's extended warranty.
So you just hope that you run into each other sometime if you ever want to talk? And then just, like,
Yeah, it's kind of complicated. Like, you know how your father felt the need to like hide one communicator away instead of just keeping in contact with people?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
because
Yeah.
Yeah, with the wrong circles. Like, for example, the Crymora think I'm dead. If they had my number, they could just find out that I'm not.
That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, that checks out. I was just wondering. So okay. Okay, it's all connected now. So what is something that you could do that would make them like come running back to their ship?
I
Could
mean,
set
I
it
could
on
probably
fire.
No, let's not do that.
I mean, that would get Tor to come back if you damage his ship at all.
Yeah, the problem is he'd come back guns blazing. We don't need that.
He would be furious. But if he knew it was me, it might be a different action. Oh, he'd kill me.
I'm pretty sure he'd shoot me if I set his ship on fire, so I wouldn't bank on that.
We'll all set his ship on fire, and then I'll run, and you guys can talk to him.
This plan's flawless, honestly.
I really
No.
disagree with you there.
On a serious note, though, it kind of points up. There's cameras in here, right? You're a tech guy. Can you do some with that?
Who could see
I'll
where
give it
you
a
went?
shot. Yeah, I
At
can
least
give it a shot.
as last time he was here.
Is there any way to interact with the security system here?
Make a technology check.
Ooh, 19.
19. You like look around this open spot and you look up at some of the cameras and you kind of trace the wiring, because this is Nar Shaddaa. They're not gonna hide these wires. They're fucking everywhere. So you kind of just like there is no, what is it called when you like everyone bundles up the wires to make it like nice, neat, and perfect. There's no
Like a conduit.
Yeah, there's none of that. Nobody, there's just like it's stapled and taped like however they can get it to go wherever direction they need to. I need you to calm down. Thank you.
But I'm excited.
Yeah.
Super hacking. I'm in.
You find your way. You find that it leads to one of the security, like a security desk, basically, like a security center for this area's like hangar. As various other wires of cameras go to this one particular hub.
Hmm. Is anyone near that desk?
Yeah, there is a Rhodian that is currently like this.
All right.
At the desk.
I would like to sneak up to his computer, connect my wrist pad, and download the last few days of security footage.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Look. Holy shit. You're not gonna fucking believe this. That's a 30.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Waiting for a 1.
Beautiful. You you quietly move inside of his, it's almost like, was it like a gate guard post basically, right? So you quietly manage to get to the door and like hold it as it opens so that it doesn't do the loud like as it comes across. Would you hold it so it just, and kind of just like put both hands on there as it just kind of goes back into place? Step in
the hydraulics in the process.
Probably. But it's Shadda. Like everything's half-assed, broken anyway. So it's a wonder that it even opened on its own. Could have been. It might as well have had a doorknob on there. You step into the booth, connect the little line from your wrist pad into the computer, and start like, clickety clicky clacking away. There's a brief moment when the guard kind of just goes like, and just like turns his head towards you. I don't like, and you just like freeze.
Yeah. Well, everything freezes except one hand that's slowly going to his holster.
And then he goes to the other side. Like reaches around for his coat and like props it between him and the wall and just like settles down even deeper into his chair as he goes to sleep. As one does when you're on guard duty. You quietly, when without any sound apparently, download the information that you have looked for or that are looking for and disconnect, take a couple of like Looney Tunes styled steps backwards, set the door, kind of like gets stuck for a second and you had to like pull it, and right as you pull it, like it almost snaps on your fingers and you just kind of like let it go and back away with the guard never having heard a thing. And go over to your companions who are eagerly awaiting seeing how that works out.
I mean, I've snuck around before, but I feel like I was a ghost over there.
Cool.
That went really well. I think I got everything. And he flips open his wrist pad and like starts speed running the footage from this hangar.
It's like memory too full. No. You will need to delete.
Download failed. All right, I'm gonna sneak back.
Download error.
I also have his grocery list and his social security.
What is only Twi'leks?
Oh, this guy needs this job.
Not only Twi'leks. I hate that. Beautiful. Okay. Yeesh. You fast forward through the last day and the day before and the day before that, and you see finally movement. You see your friend land his ship, exit, wait around for a minute, and you see this alien approach him from the doors that are locked. Are you showing this to everyone here?
Yes. Yeah, I've got to open up to everyone.
Lore and Akin, you see Kelman Dasal stride up to Tor and them shake hands and leave. And that's the last time in the last 3 days that Tor came to his ship.
No one else got off the ship, though?
Nope.
That's the biggest problem of all. He's... Where's Nimi? What is happening?
And that is how we're going to end tonight.
We need to know.
Well, we're tracking down Kelman DeSaul now.
There were no
Yes.
questions asked.
Oh, well, I'm about to ask some questions.
Yeah. All right. Nice. Yeah, I figured at this point would be better than trying to find another point because there's a lot of stuff that's gonna ramp up really fast. So I was like, if we don't stop here, we're not stopping for a while.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've got nothing going on. I've got.
I mean, we can keep going.
Let me just go pour another drink. Well,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Oh my goodness. Yay!
Oh my God. Okay, Aaron, first of all, I have to say, your freaking NPCs, just gold, absolute gold every time.
Listen, it's Star Wars. It's easy. You just do whatever comes to you in the moment. You make a name, you make a job title, and you just like pick the Rolodex. People in Star Wars are always so wild and crazy, and it's never what you expect the interaction to be because you're just like, what the hell was that? So, you know.
Yeah, but you always make them so interesting to the point that I'm like, let's just follow them around for a
Yeah.
minute. Let's see what they're about.
Should they just come with us? Like, that's how we just got Akin in here. So like,
That's a good point.
room.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we collect people, you know?
Yeah.
You just start your own rebellion, you know? You just eventually, you have all of these people that you've run across the galaxy.
We'll do what we did with Ack. We'll be like, hey, come onto the ship for a minute, and we'll just leave the planet. Now now you're part of our crew.
And now you're
And there
ours.
goes my home. Well,
Oh my gosh, amazing. All right, well, exciting. March is right around the corner, so you know we'll be playing again before you know it, and continue this adventure inside of Nar Shaddaa. Never has there been a deeper and more seedier space of scum and villainy.
Yes.
I'm sure.
B-Town said 2 weeks, so that's what I'm expecting.
See you in 2 weeks. You are you
There we
ready?
go. Been decreed.
I think I'm actually busy that day, but I can do the 14th. But
Yeah,
we'll talk about it, yeah.
wizards.
That's fair. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Oh my gosh. The 14th would be wild. We don't talk about the 14th of March. It's a bad day.
what? Why? What?
Well, now we need to know.
I get older that day.
Oh, is that your birthday?
Oh, you're gonna be like what? 21?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Finally old enough to drink, y'all.
Woo!
Finally.
I can have an adult Slurpee of my own.
Yeah, get you a snack.
Ah! Hey, Vic said that your game's on Saturday, which means we could do the 14th for his birthday. But that'd be if you want to like DM on your birthday. So
What am
We
I
should all
gonna
DM for him.
Yeah, we'll take over.
be 4 DMs and 1 player. That'll be great. If you can play Sabak and Hollow Chess at the same time, I can play in 4 campaigns at the same time. That's just 4 characters that I have to switch around on. It's fine. Oh, beautiful. Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like we can do the 7th then. If you wanted to, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 weeks, we're good.
No.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? I'll figure it out. Okay.
Just
Thank
have
you
to see
guys.
if Dix is available. Call Nimi, see if she knows where Tor is. You know.
Right. Find out if Archer's there.
Yes, all of these people. Archer from the hit FX TV show Archer. That'll be great. We'll just see if he's available. Oh, beautiful. All right. Thank you so guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. I had a lot of fun. And I look forward to our next session. So, until then, we'll see you guys on Top Down Tabletop, and we'll see you on Marquee Gaming, and we'll see you around here. And until then, stay safe, be brave, and don't forget the safe word is mango. Bye.